Alright, this is a video response to T-Man's video about cleaning clutches. There have been a lot of questions on DIYGokarts.com. Been a lot of questions from our customers here. What kind of clutches do you have? So I have on this table a lot of different Comet clutches. They may look similar, but they're all very different. Alright, we're going to start off on your right side here. These are all Comet Series 20 clutches. In the middle, we have entirely Comet Series 30. Over here is Comet Series 40. Just like Series 30, Series 20 can handle 3 through 8 horsepower very easily. We've been able to put these clutches on 10s and 11s and it hasn't torn up the belts as long as we have the gear ratio correct. Whenever we're looking at the Series 20 clutch, we're going to be looking at the angles on the clutch itself rather than what it says on the clutches. All of these say 20, that has to do with the degree of the cam. It doesn't have to do with what the series is. This is made for a V-belt. It has two angles right here. They're both 13 degrees for a 26-degree V-belt. You can't purchase this in an automotive store as far as I've seen. You have to go to a specialty shop for Go-Karts, like Discount Go-Karts here. The belts are made by Gates or Goodyear. I mean, they're specialty belts. They really aren't automotive. Now, when we're looking at clutches like this, you always want to pay attention to the fact that the cam, the angle of the cam, precedes the cam button. The lobe right here always precedes the cam button. You can see that because it's running in this direction, we can tell immediately that this clutch is going to be running inboard on the motor. This is inboard where your motor's jack shaft is right here. This is outboard, where the clutch is facing away from the motor. Very important. Series 20 can run either direction. You have to pay attention to the way this is loaded. This blue spring says that it's running inboard. Now, Series 20, just like any of the rest of them, have different sizes of driver clutches depending on what motor you're putting it on. This is 3/4, this is 1 inch. The clutches act the exact same, they're just made for different engines. They both open up the exact same. You've got completely different spline hubs. The 1 inch hub has a lot more grooves on it. The 3/4 hub just has 4 splines. You'll also notice that the 1 inch bore clutch has no idler bushing. The 3/4 clutch has a brass bushing that this always has to have. This is your idler bushing for the belt to ride on whenever you're not engaged. This 3/4 bore clutch right here is also what we're going to be cleaning in the next video. Moving on to Series 30. While Series 20 is an older model, they primarily used them on Thunder Kart, Brister Karts, Carter Go-Karts. You may be wondering, hey, my clutch is silver, my clutch is black. Why are they that color? The black ones were just made in the past 4 to 5 years, right before Comet Industries went bankrupt. They used a different cam button. It was a tan color cam button. You can still order it. It's still in production. Comet's up and shipping stuff out again. So, doesn't really make a difference. These are both brand new clutches. They're both 3/4 bore, which is the size of the shaft it goes onto. They work the exact same. We're going to be going on to the Series 30 here. The way you can tell the difference between Series 20 and Series 30 are going to be the angle here. Series 20 has two 13-degree angles. Series 30 has a flat or 2-degree backplate and 18 degrees on the other side. So it's flat on one side and angled on the other. It uses very different belts between these two clutches. And as always, you can't mix and match these drive and driven clutches. If you have Series 30 on the driver, you can't go Series 20 on the driven because then it's going to wear your belt unevenly. It's not going to work. You're just going to end up spending $30 or $40 on a belt, trashing it out real fast. This is a 6-inch clutch because I'm measuring diameter here. Same thing like this. This is almost 7 inches. It's not going to be exacting. 6-inch clutches are typically designed for speed rather than torque. 7-inch clutches are really more of a torque off-road kind of thing. Some people have asked, what's the difference in the Chinese clutches, which these two are Chinese clutches. The Chinese did a really good job copying the Comet clutches. You can see they look almost identical inside. These parts are different. It uses a different size spline hub. We haven't been able to tell any real difference in how they wear or how they act. Comet may be able to handle horsepower a little bit better, be able to transfer the torque a little bit better. Basically, if you're wondering if your clutch here is Chinese, just look at them. It's actually going to say Comet Industries and it's going to say Richmond, Indiana on the clutch. So Comet, Richmond, Indiana. Some sort of crazy Chinese symbol. Then we're going to go all the way up to the Series 40 right here. Series 40 is the big boy. This sucker can handle from 10 all the way up to 26 horsepower. This really is a strong clutch. I know that Comet says 18. A lot of the websites are going to say 18. You've seen these perform on bigger engines. They can do it. They're strong clutches. They're awesome. That being said, if you're tearing up a belt, use a larger engine, probably your gear ratio. Don't blame me. Alright, thanks for checking out our video. I'm Chris with GoKartsOfTexas.com. If you have any questions, please comment, post, subscribe. If you like this video, we'll keep making more. Hopefully this helped you out identifying exactly what Comet clutch you have, what it's used for. If you have any more questions, ask us. We will answer them. All right. Thanks. Y'all have a good day.